Hello everybody, welcome to Candymonium Studios. Today, I will be ranking all of the coasters from Hersheypark from worst to best. Hersheypark is a park located in Hershey, Pennsylvania and has many great coasters. Now let's get on to the list. Our number 14th coaster on the list is Coco Cruiser. Coco Cruiser is a pretty good coaster for kids. Nothing special, but it's definitely a great coaster for kids. They only got this in 2014, so before they didn't have really many kiddie coasters. Time to move on with this list as there are better coasters. Well, not the second. Our number 13th coaster on this list is Wild Mouse. Wild Mouse isn't a really great coaster. I think it's just there and could be replaced with something else, but it could be a good coaster for little kids to enjoy. So moving on with our list. Our next coaster on our list, number 12, is Laugh Track. Laugh Track is a Mauer indoor spinner coaster. It has some pretty good theming. It is themed like a fun house, which is what is pretty good about this coaster. There are better coasters though at Hershey, but this one, I gotta say, is really fun. The coaster at our number 11 spot is Jolly Rancher Remix. Jolly Rancher Remix, in my personal opinion, isn't really my favorite coaster because it does run pretty rattly on the track, and I just don't like the vest restraints on this coaster that much, but I gotta admit the theming is really cool as you go through a tunnel with flavors. Our next coaster on our list, number 10, is Trailblazer. Trailblazer is a mine train coaster built by Aerodynamics. It is a pretty smooth coaster and a really nice coaster for kids to enjoy and for families because you ride around the trail and it is really nice. Even the double helixes. The only thing is the lap bars can dig into your shins, so that's something to watch out for. So moving on. Kicking in at our number 9 spot is Comet. Comet is a classic coaster built by Philadelphia Toboggan Company. It is an amazing ride for those who love just sitting back, relaxing, sort of, and just enjoying the ride of all the drops because they really aren't that forceful. But don't let the design of the trains fool you for those who do not like restraints that tighten on you because that's what I've found out about Comet's new trains. That's why I'm personally not a huge fan of them, but don't let that fool you if you really love Comet, because it really is a fun ride. So, Comet will be at our number 9 spot. So, moving on with our list. At our number 8 spot is Super Duper Looper. Super Duper Looper is probably going to be many's first inversion because it only has one vertical loop. It really isn't that scary. It's a family ride with one inversion because I think it's a really good fit for Hershey though because it can build up the younger guests who really don't like inversions or are afraid to do them to get them a taste on what it's like to go experience an inversion. That is why this coaster is great and it will be at our number 8 spot on our list. Kicking in at our number 7 spot is Lightning Racer, a dueling wooden coaster built by Great Coasters International. Lightning Racer is a pretty good ride. Honestly, it does have a really good first drop, and the laterals are pretty good on this thing. The only thing is, it can be a little rough to some, but in my personal opinion, it could use something like a Gravity Group refurb with their pre-cut wood track, but this ride is a pretty fun ride to duel and find out who wins at the end. It's a pretty fun ride altogether for families to enjoy, which is saying a lot. At our number 6 spot, we got Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit has a beyond vertical drop of 97 degrees and it has a total of 6 inversions. That is a lot of inversions, so this is your looping coaster at Hersheypark. Fahrenheit can run a little rough at some spots, coming out of the Cobra roll, out of the second inversion on that. Also, going through the corkscrews can be a little bit rattly, but other than that, it is a pretty decent ride, as you do get one airtime moment, which is pretty strong. So, moving on. At my number 5th spot, we got Great Bear. It's a Bollinger and Mabillard invert coaster. Invert means it hangs below the track. It has a total of 4 inversions. It has some whippy transitions going into the ride. Also, it has a helix before the drop, which is actually pretty intense. Also, another intense moment is the corkscrew, which is the final inversion. So, overall, this ride actually is pretty intense when it comes to whippiness, but other than that, it is a good supporter coaster in Hersheypark's lineup. Now, coming into our number 4 spot, Storm Runner at Hersheypark. Storm Runner is an Intamin hydraulic launch coaster, only 4 left in the United States. Storm Runner also has 3 inversions, one of them being a really rare inversion called a flying snake dive, where you go through a heartline roll and then come out inverting. Also, it has a Cobra loop. You don't see many of these either. I think actually this might be the only one. But Storm Runner is a powerful ride from start to finish. It only goes around 30 seconds long, and it's powerful from start to finish. It's a really fun ride, and I recommend it for all of you. Coming in the list at number 3 is Candymonium. Candymonium is a pretty good Bollinger and Mabillard hyper coaster. Hyper means it is 200 feet tall or more. Between 200 or 300, by the way, just so you know. But as I was saying, Candymonium has a pretty good first drop. It has quite a bit of airtime moments, mostly floater, except for the speed hill, which has flowjector, which is a mix of floater and ejector airtime. It also has 2 helixes, one going around the Kisses fountain, and overall, it's a really enjoyable ride. This is my first major coaster. It might not be everybody's, but I gotta say, this is one really good themed ride. Coming in at number 2, Skyrush. Skyrush is a really good coaster. It's an Intamin Hyper, the second one in the park. It has a really good first drop, probably the best first drop I've ever been on. I'm not even joking. It literally feels like a car crashed going down the first drop. Skyrush also has 2 amazing ejector airtime moments. I'll make that 3. Also, it has lots of laterals and positive G's. Also, those elements are really intense. You're gonna love it if you do it. And finally, coming in at my number 1 spot, we got Wildcat's Revenge. Wildcat's Revenge is a really good hybrid coaster. It was Wildcat originally, but it got transferred into this. Wildcat's Revenge has a total of 8 airtime moments, 4 of them being completely unexpected. Also, 4 inversions, again, 2 of them being really intense. Also, after the first drop and the step up underflip, the ride just gets better from there. There's no doubt about it. This ride is easily my favorite ride in the park, and that is why. Experience it for yourself. So that is 100% a powerhouse from start to finish, coming from the airtime and positive G-forces and even laterals. So those are all of the coasters on my Hersheypark list ranked. Now, if you'd like to see more videos, please like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell for more videos to come. And follow me on Instagram for more updates about my videos. Thank you all, and see you all next time.